Hi everyone, thanks for returning to my channel. I hope you've been having a pretty good day. I just started my day and as usual, multitasking. But one thing that's on my mind today is our body and the levels of cortisol that pump through our body while we are in these unhealthy relationships. So if you really like this channel, please click the like button and share. Cortisol, it is pumping through our bodies, and this is a stress hormone. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad hormone. We need it. If we are in a situation where we're being threatened and we need to run, we need to get away, we need to escape our perpetrator, our attacker, we want that pumping through our body because that is going to activate the sympathetic nervous system, and it's going to get us going. It's going to get us running. It's going to make us realize we have to get out of here. And so that's necessary. However, when this is pumping through your body, right at the crack of dawn, right when you wake up, you open your eyes and you are already in a stressful state, just knowing that the person that is verbally, maybe physically, emotionally abusive is lying down next to you. Not a good deal. That really sets you up for a very stressful day. You might notice that you will have heart palpitations. You might notice that you'll feel shortness of breath. You might notice that your sleep is disrupted. You have poor concentration. You have racing thoughts, and you can't stand still. This is stress. This is anxiety. This is fear pumping through your body, and guess what? Now you have to go to work. Now you're stuck at a desk, or maybe you are walking around at your job. That might feel a little bit better than actually having to sit down at a desk. That's really hard on your body. Imagine that day in and day out. Because you're in this relationship, your body is unable to relax. Your body is unable to be in a restful state. You're also wondering why you cannot lose weight, why you cannot build muscle, why you cannot feel healthy. If you're having this stress hormone pumping through your body throughout the day, it's pretty hard for your body to focus on anything else. It's pretty hard for your body to engage in the building of muscle, engage in the losing of weight, because your body's already stressed. So why would it want to stress itself out even more? Think about this. Since you've been in this unhealthy relationship, there has been neglect, not only by your partner, but there has been neglect on your body as a result. Your body has not been flourishing. Your menstrual cycle has been on and off. You probably feel like your energy level is fluctuating all over the place, or you're just depleted of energy. That is a result of being in a constant state of fight or flight, day in and day out. These are things that we must take seriously. These are the conditions that lead us to have illnesses when we get older, when we're in our 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Let's think about this in a simple way. If you're constantly in a state of survival, you are not in the optimal condition for your body to use any of its other resources. The resources that are being used are those which help you escape and get away. And so this is causing you to stay at a standstill. Maybe you realize that your cholesterol is not well. Maybe your blood sugar is not well. If you're in a state of fight or flight, you're most likely using unhealthy ways of coping, and for most people that can be food. So there's a large probability that you might be gaining some weight. You might be struggling with high blood sugar levels, and you might be struggling with the use of insulin in your body and getting that to properly be used. A long course of this type of interaction with food and your body and stress is priming you for diabetes, possibly priming you for dementia. We know that cases of dementia are rising. And so it's really important to take a look at why you're using these unhealthy ways of coping. Well, you're overeating and using these unhealthy ways of coping because you're in this type of relationship that's causing you to be in a constant state of stress and fight or flight. I know it's easier said than done when people say, eat better, choose a healthier partner, get out of the unhealthy relationship. Everybody's at a different stage. Everybody's at a different level of awareness, and you might not be at that stage where you feel like you can get out. But at least building the awareness and giving yourself the chance to think about these things is a good step in the right direction. Being in a state of denial and avoidance of what's really happening to you in your life is going to set you up for more years of this type of unhealthy relationship with your body and with others. So I encourage you to turn inward. As painful as it might be, turn inward and think and realize where you're at. You might not be ready for the change, but if you can turn inwards and avoid looking away, avoid ignoring what's actually happening to you, and start an incremental process of slowly accepting that this is unhealthy and at some point you're gonna have to leave. That is definitely a good step towards the right direction. And I hope you can pause and say to yourself, self, something is going on that is making my body react in a very unhealthy way. And I'm pretty sure I know what it is. It's this toxic, unhealthy, abusive relationship. And I know that I need to get out at some point. How I get out is different for myself than for others, depending on the level of abuse. It might be very dangerous to get out if there are very high levels of physical abuse. That's when the relationship can become the most fatal. If that's where you are, I encourage you to call your local domestic violence shelter. I encourage you to get help. I encourage you to seek a therapist. By no means are these videos a substitute for therapy. In no way. I hope these videos help to encourage you to get the help that you need and help to encourage you to realize that it's okay, that it's actually the best thing that you can do for yourself. And it's a step forward in the right direction. Remember, it's not perfection, but it's definitely stepping forward in the right direction that's going to get you to where you want to be. So I hope some of this really sinks in and makes sense to you. And I know you might be struggling, but in some way or another, I hope that you can find some joy in your day today and find some way to feel grateful. Take care. Have an awesome day. God bless.